Hello world, this is Daniel from Nerdsworth Academy, and today I am presenting Dark Souls 2, The Death Montage 3, More Die. So what I did is I went through Dark Souls 2 and I recorded every single one of my deaths. Well, not quite every single one. There were a couple that I missed the button, or a couple of them got corrupted and so forth, but this is most of them. And what happens is I end up dying in all kinds of stupid ways, like missing dodges. And, oh, this is probably one of my favorites of this episode at least. It is the wonderful jump into the hole right as he kills you death. So these ancient warrior guys, they cause me some problems. I think mostly because I'm using a slashing weapon and because they have heavy armor, and also because I'm pretty bad. I'm a filthy casual when it comes to Dark Souls 2 apparently. And this is look at this swing. That's just great. It's like straight through the column. I love it. The Dragon Rider wasn't too bad. He only got me this one time, and quite honestly, I think this one death is kind of BS. He comes in with a beautiful shield bash, and I'm all like, oh noes! And then as I dodge, I don't know about you guys, but that looked like there's at least a foot between me and his pole arm. So, I don't know. I guess it's neither here nor there. When it comes to the Undead Pirate Cove, I was doing pretty well and being all sneaky. And I was able to ambush this fine gentleman as he slept, which I kind of have a moral problem with now that I think about it, actually. And his buddy, at least his buddy had time to draw a sword. However, although I dispatched the undead with relative ease, I am now in fact poisoned, and I decide that I need to find a good place to die because I'm out of Estus and I have no way to cure it. I decide, now that I can't get out, that I will die on the beach. This reminds me of Usual Suspects, where they find the body on the beach. I believe it washes up and they're trying to dig it up or something. Anyway, this is my very favorite one. I read the sign that says, oh yeah, by the way, there's an ambush to the right. So I go over there, I do a little bit of peeking, say, oh, interesting. There's some undead down here. I will ambush them with my great mace, and I drown. That's probably the best whiff I've had in a long time. These dual-wielding sword guys are kind of annoying too, particularly because they have these, that attack, the really fast ones that do a lot of damage if you're, bad, like I am. When I then decided to travel back to the Bastille, and this is a rather tricky pull if you're familiar with the game and with this particular area. Essentially, you open up the door and there's a whole bunch of these two Zweihander guys that come at you. And so I decided that I would rather fall into a crack and die. After getting revenge on those gentlemen, I decided to go a little bit further, but unfortunately I get killed from behind. And this is probably the most BS death of the entire episode. So this guy does a backstab when I'm facing him and about 12 feet in front of him, so clearly some kind of lag going on. Ah yes, the gargoyles. There's something about these gargoyles, I think they're too shiny compared to Dark Souls 1. I think, I felt like it didn't feel good, and getting sliced in half didn't feel very good either. So, whatever this guy's sinner name is, he was also annoying, and he turned me into a little pork sticker there. But when it comes to areas that I really kind of enjoyed, but also really hated, this forest happens to be number one. Mostly because it's foggy, and so it's hard to see and easy to get lost, but mostly because, oh my gosh, the ghosts. They come up behind you and backstab you. You can't really lock onto them, and they're pretty hard to see, actually. Even when I had my torch out a second ago, it's hard to see them. This is my favorite part, though. Oh my gosh, look at this noob. Psh, getting backstabbed. What a casual. Psh. And not 3 feet from where he died, the exact same fate befalls me. And that is Dark Souls, in a nutshell. You see something, and you think that you're better than it, and then it kills you anyway. Ah, well, that forest. These gentlemen didn't appreciate me invading their little temple area. And of course, treasure ahead. One of my favorite things in Dark Souls is leaving messages for other people and reading messages from other people, mostly because of stuff like this. Someone said there's treasure ahead, and my greed got the better of me. But I think patience is a virtue, and so I decided to try again. Maybe there really is treasure ahead. I mean, there could be, right? I mean, maybe. I guess I don't know, because after that I decided to leave. And, I didn't go up there again. Well, thanks for watching. If you want to check out the previous episode, The Waltz of the Pursuer, where I died of the Pursuer a bajillion times, feel free. Or you can check out my review of Crypt of the Necrodancer, a pretty awesome indie dungeon-crawling rhythm-based roguelike game that I reviewed recently. Or you can subscribe to my channel. Any of those things would be pretty awesome. Till next time.